Hi guys, my name is Troy and today we're going to debunk a few myths you may have heard about snakes. Let's get into it. As you may hear from my voice, I have been feeling a little bit under the weather these past few days and I had no energy to make proper content with my snakes, other than with just the minimum requirements to keep good husbandry. So I decided to make an easier video, and I think it's still important because at the end of the day, outside the reptile community that we see on the internet, the majority of people are scared of snakes. But hopefully you're curious enough to get through this video, and by the end of it, maybe you will see snakes in a completely different way. This is not a top 5, top 6 or top 7. This is just few things completely wrong about snakes in no particular order. The first thing you hear about snakes usually is that snakes are slimy. No, snakes are not slimy. I used to think the same when I was a child. And the thing is that they look slimy because of how the light reflects on their skin. Other than that, they are covered in dry, smooth scales and they are not slimy at all. And number two, we have snakes are aggressive, and this is a big misunderstanding. Snakes are not aggressive, they are defensive. If you ever got bit by a snake in nature, it's because the snake felt threatened in that situation and didn't see a way out of there other than trying to scare you out or fight you. But most snakes, they rather run away from you than fight. There is no snake in nature that wakes up in the morning and goes like, yeah, today we are attacking humans. That just doesn't happen. If you see a snake hissing, calling, or trying to bite you, it's because they are scared of you. And number three, we have snakes chase people. And we have all seen that movie, if not that movie, the other movie, if not that movie, the other movie. There is plenty of movies that show you snakes chasing people, but that's absolutely not true. If a snake is coming your way, it's either because they are trying to run away from something and you happen to be in their way, or they are exploring and again, you happen to be in their way. Other than that, snakes don't see humans as enemy, and most snakes do not see humans as food. So don't worry, don't panic. If you see a snake coming your way, just change direction and you'll be fine. And number four, we have all snakes are dangerous, and this is just crazy. Listen, we have over 3,000 snake species on the planet, of which few hundred are venomous, of which few of those are dangerous to humans. Most snakes are actually harmless to humans. At number 5 we have snakes serve no purpose, also known as the only good snake is a dead snake. And this is absolutely not true. Snakes are vital to the ecosystem. Without snakes, we would have massive rodent problems. And snakes themselves are food to birds and other animals. At number 6, we have that story that goes something like this.
In what seemed like an affectionate gesture, Sarah's reticulated python would stretch out beside her every night, wrapping around her in what she thought were loving embraces. The once voracious snake had mysteriously stopped eating for months, yet seemed more interested than ever in spending time with its owner. When Sarah proudly told her vet about her python's cuddly behavior, the blood-chilling truth emerged. Her beloved pet wasn't showing affection. It was measuring its next meal. The python's hugs were rehearsals for constriction, and Sarah was to be the main course.
This is absolutely a lie. This is a straight out lie. Honestly, I've heard it from people who've been swearing it's true. Snakes don't have brains to calculate on long-term strategy to have food. Snakes don't plan meals that way. They don't just go like, let me see, maybe next time I'll eat George. Or like, excuse me, sir, can I just stretch you next to you? I'm thinking to have lunch later. That's not the way they work. They don't eat thinking on long-term strategy. They eat out of instinct. If your pet snake is stretching next to you, it's probably just stretching. That's it for today's video. I hope you'll see snakes in a slightly different way from now on. Let me know in the comments if you heard any other weird stories about snakes. I'm really curious about that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!